My name's Sean Murphy. I'm the CEO and founder of Impact Scope. We're a research and development company building tools at the intersection of Web3, impact, sustainability, ESG metrics. We've been around for about 3.5 years, but we're relatively new to the POLKADOT ecosystem. We've been building on Astar for about 9 months. It took us a long time to find our spiritual home, but I'm glad we finally arrived here. We're a team of 12. We have a public-facing non-profit in Geneva, a commercial entity in Tallinn, Estonia. Next slide, Richard. Some of the clients and some of the things that we've been doing for the last 3 years. We started out building carbon offsetting APIs specifically for crypto mining companies and digital asset exchanges. We've worked with a number of NASDAQ-listed crypto mining companies, leading European exchanges. We've built multiple carbon offsetting APIs. We've won a lot of prizes and hackathons, introducing Web3 tools to multinationals, financial regulators, and international NGOs. For Siemens, we won the Tokenize the Energy Transition Prize for connecting on-chain and off-chain oracles to energy meters. For Taka Plastics, a plastic recycling company in East Africa, we built also impact dashboards connected to proof of impact dynamic NFTs. For the World Bank, FCA, we built a greenwashing detection application. It's our own language model that runs on Astar. Next slide, please. This is one of our applications that's, I think, a very compelling real-world use case, built on Astar network, or Astar for some people, and it's used by financial regulators in multiple jurisdictions, here also in the UK by the FCA. For those of you not familiar with the term greenwashing, it's a deceptive practice when companies try to exaggerate or bullshit about their sustainability credentials, try to portray themselves as being greener or more sustainable than they actually are. So examples, when a bank spends 300,000 planting trees, but spends 30 million in advertising saying how great they are for planting those trees. When an airline claims that it's on the road to being net zero by 2030, when every single aviation scientist will say that's technically impossible. And next slide please, Richard. We've trained a large language model to help financial regulators and asset management companies detect cases of greenwashing in corporate reporting. We have a database of 150 million human-tagged sentences through our partnership with INSEAD, a publicly listed company here in the UK, and also a minority shareholder in Impact Scope. We can compare multiple data sets, earnings reports, sustainability reports, annual reports, social media statements, look for contradictions, inconsistencies, and feed that information to regulators. We also can compare cases of misleading statements in carbon offset registries, net zero tracker, and other databases. Greenwashing is a crime, and when you have a crime, if you watched Miami CSI, the first thing you need to do is secure the crime scene, make sure nobody can tamper with the evidence. This is where the blockchain element comes in, and all of this is recorded. Every single greenwashing case detected is recorded on Astar network. It's also linked to a decentralized file storage system. We use, at the moment, SES Cloud, also built on Substrate. So if you're looking for a decentralized storage solution built on Substrate, check out SES Cloud, cess.cloud. Next slide, please. Our other application is PIOM. This is currently in development, launching in November, Decentralized Impact Outcomes Marketplace. The narrative here tonight is real-world assets. And if you want to know what the biggest opportunity in real-world assets is, it's not real estate, it's not tokenizing treasury bills, it's actually the impact investment sector. The current total value of European commercial real estate is just over 10 trillion euros. The UN estimates that 3 times that amount each year will need to be deployed to achieve the UN sustainability goals by 2030. This will require lots of new financial models, and we see impact outcomes, verified impact outcomes, becoming the next frontier in real-world assets. Next slide, please. So what do we talk about when we mean tokenizing positive impact outcomes? Perhaps many of you here are familiar with tokenized carbon offsets or tokenized carbon credits. There are many companies doing this. The same logic and the same processes can be applied to turning any positive impact outcome into a digital liquid asset class. So we notice a number of trends, for example, in corporate social responsibility, the movement from do no harm to actively creating impact. Also in the charity sector, the movement away from financing impact processes to results-based financing. This also means that positive impact outcomes can be put on-chain the way that carbon offsets can be put on-chain. Next slide, Richard. In the Beyond platform, we do this around what we call an impact bounty. So in a traditional impact outcomes financing, when you have a charity whose remit, for example, is affordable housing or reducing literacy rates or building public toilets or improving biodiversity, the way a typical NGO works is they go to their donors, they request funding. This is a costly process. The donors give the money to the charity then employs impact creators, and this is a very expensive, inefficient process. And we're taking this and putting it on-chain, wrapping it around a DAO mechanism, where you have impact funders, impact stewards, and impact creators in a marketplace and a fully decentralized Web3 system. Next slide, please, Richard. I won't take up much of your time, just to say that if you'd like to dig in deeply into our data room, our token utility, our other use cases, we're on live right now on Polymet. It's not investment advice. Get your Deloitte KYC credentials, log in, and you can check everything out. If you have any other questions, please, I'm here for the next slide.